All right, we are live on the Doug Saravo Show, brought to you by Stutz Betting, bet like Michael Lepore. It is the Monday after the NFL season has concluded. Dave Gettleman is retiring. What a great tenure he had with the New York Giants. Phenomenal. I believe he had 19 wins as general manager. The guy did a fantastic job here in New York. Wow. Great career, Dave. Matt Nagy is out the door in Chicago. Mike Zimmer is out the door in Minnesota. And stunning move today around the NFL. Brian Flores got fired by the Miami Dolphins. That is a shocker in my opinion. I am not sure why they got rid of him. I do believe Brian Flores is the guy for Miami. He should get another job right away, whether it's Denver. Hey, maybe he goes to Minnesota. You never know. But before we get in today's episode, today is the day where we announce our 2022 MTRH show Class of 22 Hall of Fame members. And here we go. Your Class of 2022 Hall of Famers. Elected in year 2 is Mike Rose. Also elected in year 2 is Gerard Moretta. And a first-year ballot elector is Brandon Quinn. So we congratulate those three who have been elected to the MTRHL Monroe Township Roller Hockey League Hall of Famer. Mike Rose gets in after his vote percentage goes from 68% to 77%. Gerard Moretta gets in after his vote goes from 74% to 78%. And a first-year eligible Brandon Quinn received 80% of the vote, passing the required mark of 75%. So we congratulate those three members. And your 2023 Hall of Fame eligible are fourth year Nick Modugno, second year James Saravo, second year John Carroll, first year Patrick Collins, and also first year is Mike Nichols and Matt Freitas. You only have 5 years on the ballot, so this could be the last two for Nick Modugno. And Brandon Quinn is joining Carmine Gizzi, Brandon Cacavalli, myself, Jason Gizzi, Brian Nichols, Connor Cloby, Matt Gizzi as the only first-time Hall of Famers. And Mike Rose and Gerard are joining Jimmy Burns and Brendan Germano as the second-year Hall of Famers. So that is your Class of 22 for the Monroe Township Roller Hockey League Hall of Fame. All right, so I want to get into the New York Giants. And you got to be stupid to be a Giant fan. Especially now. There's a lot of great teams that you could grow up rooting for. I mean, from my point of view, I honestly could care less because I've seen this New York Giant team win 2 Super Bowls, Super Bowl 42, Super Bowl 46. I've seen my quarterback, Eli Manning, and my defense beat the greatest quarterback of all time twice. So what is there for me to complain about when I've seen this team win 2 Super Bowls in my lifetime? But the thing for me is, why is there no plan in New York? I really don't understand it. It's like the same nonsense year in and year out. And when I saw the play last night where we were at our defensive goal line and we somehow decided it would have been a smart idea to do a quarterback sneak. Like, it's freaking embarrassing if you're a Giant fan in New York. Like, I really don't understand what's going on here. I don't think we have a plan in place. Neither do the Jets. And it's honest, there was a time where the Jets and the Giants were both competitive. Like from the 2010s to the 2015s. Now both teams are embarrassing to watch. But I don't think this is going to last forever. I really don't. I think this is just going to be a short thing, a short time thing. It's not going to be this forever thing. Because I think the Giants, they're not far off. They just need a quarterback. And I truly hope we go out and maybe we bring in Russell Wilson. I truly hope maybe even, hey, Baker Mayfield may be a fit for us. I am not 100% sure, but I just know that this team is it's awful. There's no plan in place, and if you look at us year in and year out, we really haven't done anything. What have the New York Giants done the last few years? 4-13, 5-11, 6-10, 3-13. It's embarrassing. It's really awful. And it looks like the last few, you could go back to the draft where we got Barkley. You could have said, hey, you could have gotten Baker Mayfield. Realistically, Josh Allen is the only guy that I think was worth taking in that quarterback draft. Baker Mayfield, he hasn't really done anything. Saquon Barkley, he hasn't really stayed healthy. He really hasn't stayed healthy. Sam Darnold was basically the backup to Cam Newton. PJ Walker. Josh Rosen. I think he's in Atlanta somewhere. I really don't know. And then Josh Allen has the Buffalo Bills going to the playoffs again. So this is an important offseason for the New York Giants. They have to get the right GM and build a great winning culture that the New York sports are known for. We have to go back to where we were. Now we're just like that dumpster fire of an organization. We haven't won anything since 2012, basically. We really haven't. It's the same nonsense year in, year out. All right, if you're just joining us, this is the Doug Serravo Show, brought to you by Stutz Betting. Bet like Michael Lepore. We have plenty to get to today. We're going to go over the New York. We're going over the New York Giants. We're going to go over the playoff bracket. Who I think could win the Super Bowl. I still believe that the Chargers should have been in the playoffs for my boy Mikey Lepore. And then we're going to discuss the New York Rangers and how they rebuilt the proper way. Much more on the Doug Serravo Show right after this quick commercial break. Again, the Doug Serravo Show is brought to you by Stutz Betting. Bet like Michael Lepore. We'll be right back. All right, so last night the Raiders, they really had nothing to lose. And they had this conversation. I think it was their interim head coach who's done a great job with all the nonsense they went through with the DUIs, John Gruden. I think Derek Carr should be in the conversation to win MVP. I think he's been a phenomenal quarterback since he's got here. I think this is his first playoff appearance for Derek Carr. But the way I'm looking at this is the Raiders had nothing to lose. They had nothing to lose. I think they should have been able to just ran out. I think they were going to do that, but then the Chargers called the timeout. But they should have they should have ran out the clock. It's not like, I understand from an athlete point of view that at the end of the day, it's about winning. We want to win. No one wants to do a tie. So I understand that point of view of why they figured, we're going to be an athlete and we're going to have that passion and we're going to win a game and earn the playoff spot. Not by the NFL rules where, we get a tie. We'll be in. I understand that point of view, but I just really wanted it for Mikey. That's what I wanted it for. The Giants are my number one team, but Chargers are number two for Stutz, for Mikey, for Michael Lepore, for the Bolt. So, wanting the Chargers to win yesterday, I was so tense. I was so upbeat watching this game because they had a chance to win this game. They really had the chance to win this game for Mikey. And I think it would have been a great way to pay tribute to him, great way to memorize him. Because you got to understand something. Mike is probably the only Chargers fan. And I used to tell him that all the time. I was like, Mike, come on. You're the only Chargers fan in New Jersey. Or the one I know, at least. Come on. I mean, I know someone from high school that's a big Chargers fan, too. But come on, Mike. No one likes the Chargers. Except for you, Stutz. And, that would have been a great way to win. They were trailing, I think, 28-14. So to come back, and I think Mikey and I, we discussed this on our show. And he even said it, that people were saying, Justin could be an MVP. Herbert could win MVP this year. And he said it on the podcast we did. He was like, don't give him that much credit just yet. And I was like, Mike, he might be able to do it. And he's proven it. I still think Aaron Rodgers is going to win the MVP this year. I still believe that's the case. But based on all what I'm seeing, I think Justin Herbert could lead the Chargers to a great Super Bowl one day. And I hope that happens. I wish Mikey would have been able to witness it, but I hope the Chargers, I hope this is the start of something. And Mike was saying on the podcast we did that, the Chargers are there, but they're not there just yet. And I think, they'll get there eventually. It's just a matter of time. Again, if you're just joining us, this is the Doug Saravo Show, brought to you by Stutz Betting. Bet like Michael Lepore. We have plenty more to get to right after this quick commercial break. Again, thank you for joining us. Thank you for supporting Saravo Broadcasting and all those involved with Saravo Broadcasting. We'll be right back. All right, we are back on the Doug Saravo Show, which is brought to you by Stutz Betting. Bet like Michael Lepore. Now, this is kind of like my Lepore betting segment. Now, we're not going through the odds or the favorites to win the Super Bowl. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do my own bracket on playoffpredictors.com. And if you happen to like what I do and you want to do these games, go right ahead. But just don't blame me, if you get it wrong. This is what I believe is going to happen. So let's get it rolling, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lepore Betting. This is my playoff bracket. Well, that's week 18 games. We're going to head to the bracket right now by clicking next. So let's go game by game. I am going to go with the NFC first. We're going to start with the Rams and the Cardinals. I think the last time the Cardinals played a game on the road, it was against Dallas. They played phenomenal. And I think Kyler Murray has that edge in him, that he wants to prove people wrong. He wants to show them that he has what it takes to win. He wants to show them that. And that's what I think is going to happen today when I do this bracket, is that he's going to, and when he plays on Monday night, he's going to show them we're for real. When we went on that slump, we weren't ourselves, and that was the worst part of it. We weren't ourselves. So I see the Cardinals beating the Rams. 49ers, Cowboys. I think the Niners have the momentum heading into this game. Cowboys have been struggling. Yeah, you're going to tell me, they put up 50 points last game. It was against the Eagles. Nothing to be overjoyed about. It's the Eagles. And I think the Niners are hungry to get back to the Super Bowl. Jimmy G wants to win a chip. He won one as a backup, but he wants to win one as a starter. And I think he's going to go into this game in Dallas and just zone everything out. Zone out the haters. Zone out all the doubters. And he's going to have the game of his life. So I see the Niners winning this game. Eagles, Buccaneers, I see the Buccaneers winning this by a landslide. I don't think the Eagles have what it takes to win a Super Bowl this year. Give them 2 to 3 years, and I think they'll be back out on top. So the Buccaneers have this one. So our next one is the Raiders and the Bengals. And for me, I think that the Raiders have what it takes to go on a run. I think they are hungry to win. I think they have the momentum to win. But for me, I don't see anyone stopping Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow has what it takes to win MVP in a few years, but I also think he has what it takes to win a Super Bowl in Cincinnati. So that's what's going to happen. They're going to win a Super Bowl in Cincinnati, whether it's next year or the year after. I see Cincinnati winning this game. Patriots Bills, honestly, this game could go either way. But I think the Patriots have what it takes to upset the Bills. I truly do. I don't see them being a threat. But I just think that they have the experience to... Mac Jones doesn't have the experience, but that whole organization, they have that experience. And I think that's going to be one of the things for them, is that they have the experience to win in Buffalo. They played in Buffalo, they ran the ball, and they still won the game. So if Mac Jones is on his game, I see them winning this game. Steelers, Chiefs, I think the Chiefs are just on a roll right now. I don't see the Steelers winning this game, but just to make this bracket interesting, I'm going to go with the Steelers over the Chiefs. Hey, you never know. Big Ben, go out as a champion. Patriots, Bengals, no one is stopping Joe Burrow right now. I think they have what it takes to win this game. I think they have what it takes to go far. But I think the Bengals are one of the best teams in football right now, and Joe Burrow has been playing unbelievable. Which is why I think he's going to lead the Bengals to an AFC title game against the Tennessee Titans. I think you're going to see the Bengals versus the Titans in the AFC Championship game. There's no doubt in my mind about it. Now, the Niners and the Packers. I think the Packers have what it takes to win the Super Bowl. But for me, that bye week is going to kill them. It's going to kill their momentum. And that's why I'm going with the Niners to win this game. I think the Niners has what it takes to defeat the Packers in Green Bay. I see it happening. Up next, Tom Brady, Kyler Murray. Who is going to come out on top? For me, it is going to be Kyler Murray. I think Tom Brady has the veteran leadership to go back to the Super Bowl. But I'm just going with the young guns in this postseason and what they have to prove. Kyler Murray is going to run the ball throughout that Tampa Bay defense. And realistically, my pick is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to repeat over the New England Patriots. But for this segment of Lepore Betting, I'm going with the Cardinals and the Niners in the NFC Championship game. And for me, I think for the NFC Championship game, the San Francisco Niners are going to win. They're going to go to the Super Bowl. The Niners are going to go to the Super Bowl, and they're going to match up against Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals. A rematch of the Super Bowl sometime in the 1990s, I believe. I'm not sure what Super Bowl it was, but the Niners and the Bengals played in the Super Bowl. I think it was the year Boomer Esiason led them to the Super Bowl. I am not 100% sure, but I think that's going to happen this year. I think we could see the Niners and the Bengals in the Super Bowl. And honestly, Jimmy G and the San Francisco 49ers are going to be Super Bowl champions. And ladies and gentlemen, right there, that is my Super Bowl bracket. The San Francisco 49ers against the Cincinnati Bengals, with the Bengals losing and falling short, but they will come back next year and they'll win it on top. Again, thank you for joining us on the Doug Sharavo Show, brought to you by Stutz Betting. Bet like Michael Lepore. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then when we get back, you'll hear my New York Rangers. Surprised I'm talking good about the New York Rangers, but my New York Rangers, whatever you want to call it, my support, my analyst of them rebuilding the proper way compared to the New Jersey Devils, who are basically rebuilding in year 10 after the 2012 Stanley Cup Final. We'll be right back. Good evening. I'm Doug Sorello. If there's one thing that pisses me off the most right now, I wouldn't say pisses me off, is that the New York Rangers have rebuilt the proper way. You know, as a New Jersey Devils fan, this is a team that has been rebuilding for the last 10 years since their Stanley Cup Finals appearance in 2011-2012. Now, if we look at the New York Rangers, they are currently first in the National Hockey League. They have one of the best coaches in the league. They have one of the best goal scorers in Mika Zibanejad, Artemi Panarin. They have one of the best defensemen in Adam Fox, and could be one of the best goaltenders in the league in Igor Shesterkin. Now, this is a Rangers team that started the rebuild in, I say, around 2018, where they traded away Ryan McDonough. They traded away Matt Zuccarello, JT Miller. They also traded away guys like Mark Stahl, key veteran on the team. And here they are, adding in guys like Ryan Reeves, Barclay Goodrow. You could even throw in Kevin Rooney in the mix. And here we are. The New Jersey Devils are in a worse position than the New York Rangers are. You know, fortunately, when you have guys like Kapokako, Alexei Lafreniere that haven't panned out yet, and to see this Rangers team still where they are, it's frustrating. It's frustrating as a Devils fan because we should be in the same position. We shouldn't have problems on defense, goaltending, forward. But the Rangers, they have their depth. The Rangers are in prime position to win a Stanley Cup. Not just this year, not just next year, but if everything pans out, the next 5 to 10 years. And I'm not happy about that. I really am not. Sure, it's great for New York. Sure, it's great for the tri-state area. But how great is it for the New Jersey Devils? Yeah, we got Nico Hischier. Yeah, we got Jack Hughes. But realistically, we're nowhere near the Rangers. You know, we got a few more years before we become that playoff contender, that legit team. The Rangers, they're about 5 miles ahead. About 5 miles ahead. And unfortunately, we're not there. We're not there yet. But all the credit goes to the New York Rangers front office. You know, they didn't try to rebuild by bringing in Michael Ryder, Marty Havlat, Mike Camilleri. No. They let their guys play. And then the Rangers decided to bring free agents. They brought in Artemi Panarin. But the Rangers knew what they needed. They knew what they needed. So they go out and they get Barclay Goodrow. They get Ryan Reeves. They get... Let's see who else they got. They traded away Brady Shea, Mark Stahl, Brendan Lemieux. So the Rangers front office basically made the smartest moves that they had to. Getting draft picks, trading away Jimmy VC for a draft pick. Go out, get Jacob Trouba. Acquiring Adam Fox. They even traded away Adam McQuaid for another draft pick. Traded away Kevin Hayes. Matt Zuccarello. Traded away Ryan Spooner. Players that weren't going to be there, the Rangers traded them for their future, for draft picks. And they capitalized on those draft picks. Traded away Rick Nash, got Ryan Lindgren. So the Rangers, they did it the smart way. They did it the smart way. They trusted their system. They didn't do a fast win now rebuild. They didn't try to fill holes of Ilya Kovalchuk with guys like Michael Ryder, Marty Havlat, Ryan Clough. They knew what they had, traded what they had, filled the holes that they had, trusted their system that they had. And now here they are. First place in the National Hockey League. A team that can win the Stanley Cup. A team that can win the Stanley Cup. And I have to witness it. I have to witness it as a Devils fan. As a Devils fan who are 5 miles behind the New York Rangers. We're basically in phase 1. Phase 1 of the rebuild. Again. Yeah, we have the key places. We have the key pieces in place. But we're not that good. We aren't that good. We still have holes. We still don't have a backup goaltender. Defense is still inconsistent. Offense is still inconsistent. This is not good. We need to catch up. Again, we started our rebuild in 12-13. We had to do it again after 17-18, trading away our key pieces in 18-19, 19-20, getting rid of guys that should be here, helping us win a Stanley Cup, whether it was Blake Coleman, Kyle Palmieri, Taylor Hall. What can we do? Sure, it's tough. But you know what? Better days are ahead. Maybe not as fast or productive as the New York Rangers have been in their rebuild. But I'm sure one day we will be up there with them. I hate to say it. The Rangers have a great team. And it's not just for this year, it's for the next 10 years or so. I hate to say it, but I think I'm going to witness the Rangers win a Stanley Cup in my lifetime. I'd rather not. But there's nothing I can do about it. I could complain about it. I could rant about it. Nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do besides admitting that the Rangers are better than us, admitting that the Devils failed their rebuilds, and we have to basically start over while the Rangers made the playoffs and bring in free agents like Mika Zibanejad, trading for Jacob Trouba. Hey, congrats, Rangers. Sometimes rebuilds don't take a decade. Thank you for listening to the Doug Saravo Show. I'm your host, Doug Saravo. I just got to read this first. Thank you for supporting the Doug Saravo Show, Saravo Broadcasting, and all those involved with Saravo Broadcasting. We appreciate you guys. So what is this, Mikey?
Can you see it? Put it up to
Lift it up by the camera.
Can everybody see it?
Wait, move it back. Oh, number 38, Lepore. That's you.
I was in the locker room with that in the room with 3 Hall of Famers.
No, that's customized. That's all.
Oh, I know. And listen. All right, I'm gonna give people. No, that's for the pen.
Oh yeah, that's for the pen.
No, they gotta be more for the Razor.
16-1.
16-1. That's not bad.
Mike, what do you think about your Chargers this past season?
They stay. I'm sorry.
All right, thank you, Mike.
So what do you think of the city today?
It's nice, but a little nicer if the weather was nice. No, I like that fact that it only cost me 16 to 12 hours. 12 bucks.
This is great. Now you're going to make us some food.
No.
Yeah, there's stuff in your fridge. Should have brought the pie. Next time I'll go. I'll get it. Yeah, this is a great show. But yeah, you do have some leftovers in your fridge. I think it's time for dinner for you and I. Some in the fridge. Should we get the camera? All right, Mike. Any final thoughts for the audience? Myself.
It's been very entertaining. Hopefully, my picks come through and people can make a little money, stuff like that. Have a one. Enjoy your football season. And go bolt up, everybody.
There he is, everyone. That was Michael Lepore, otherwise known as the Bolt. No more Stutz. The Bolt. That's his name. What a show, Mike. Thank you for coming on.
Don't listen to these picks. You lose all your money. Trust me. Jaguars, if they win the division, I'll stop watching football.
I just want to try on this jersey you got me. You know, what can I say? I'm a Giant fan, but...
Bolt up? Huh? Bolt up?
Hold up. Man of many nicknames. We got... Alright, you don't want to be called Stutz. What about produce? I know produce. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. I love you, Mikey.
There you go. He's officially a Charger fan.
No.
If the Chargers win, I get lifetime pizza in his pizzeria. The Chargers won, so I love his pie. Thank you. It's been a pleasure talking to everybody.
He's gonna commit. That's worse than the SHL. How Swiss is higher.
Andrew Mackin right here.
Gotta support the Serravo's. I don't know what's it called.
The Doug Serravo.
The Doug Serravo shop. You gotta support it.
It's the dad Wi-Fi.
Bad Wi-Fi. I can't curse, can I?
When we look at the world we live in, we all say we want change. But how many of us truly want that change? How many of us are willing to be the outsider? And you could go with President Trump bringing the ship to New York, and Governor Cuomo still put patients in nursing homes. So it's a state issue. I understand that the President of the United States is responsible for his country, but at the end of the day, he did as much as he could to help the states. But a lot of the governors, a lot of the states rejected his help.
Yeah, but if I feel like, right, if we give,
Rask has been there for the long run.
okay, the two other goalies that we have on our squad.
We have Mackenzie Blackwood, we have Evan Cormier, Aaron Dell.
Okay, where are those two right now? Exactly. So that let's
Let's talk about Stutz.
Stutz.
Tomorrow he's betting. He told me. How much money do you think he loses?
Oh,
How much money does
that
Stutz
is a
lose?
wonderful question, Doug. Just because our buddy, his track record, it's a very interesting track record.
Well, Toronto overpaid. That's what Toronto.
And Toronto has the depth.
I ever said one didn't overpay, but you're not credit where they made.
But here, there's a difference with Toronto. They have the players. They're not worried about giving up a first-round pick. They're built for the future already. Once Ovi retires, once Backstrom's out the door, you gonna see the Capitals in the playoffs every year? Hell no.
Between you two brothers.
Oh yeah.
Forget about it. Both of you guys are great goalies. That was my forte, was being a goalie, and I can't play no more. So I understand. But that's why, since when I see your brother, I'm going to say, well, you forced me to say you were the better goalie out of this. Otherwise, I was going to get kicked out of here. And really, they want to kick me off this mic anyway right now.
Who? Me, Mark? The
production maybe me. I'm like, wait a minute, I got drafted into doing this. So I was supposed to only be taking pictures.
I didn't even know you were doing. I
didn't know either.
I come here. It's like, oh, Jay's doing color commentary for
like,
you.
oh, you're gonna make.
And what we need to be successful, but none of that is possible without being close to your faith. Because when you put God first and preach His word and live an example of what He preached, who can be against you? When
I was on one already. I'll come on again.
Oh yeah. What do you guys do on Monday?
I could free up my plan.
I kept telling people you were going to be on, and here you are. The legend himself. His nickname used to be Stutz, but we
for your community within Spotswood. With our eyes, we are seeing work that we haven't seen before. At our rally on October 4th, she said that she will have a multicultural event. Today, July 17, 2021, we are having that event. She's highly respected in the office she holds. She embraces truth, honesty, and change. She is what culture is about. It's not about what you look like or how you speak, but the love you have for community. It is my honor to be the MC for this event, but it's also my honor to be the campaign manager for the first African-American woman and the first African-American ever elected to Spotswood Town Council.
You've been doing to have this after promising it, I thought it was phenomenal. A little bit ups and downs because this is the first time ever, but I think it was a great event, and I'm looking forward to see what the future has for a sponsor because she said it as she was campaigning. You know, I want to bring people together, and you look all around you. That's what she did. You got anything to say?
Yes, I'm so proud today that my event happening. You know, that was a great event. You know, everything went well. Even, you know, I start late, but, you know, I'm happy about it. I think it was a great event. And then next year, I'm looking forward for next year. It will be bigger than ever.
And this is just the beginning for 2024. There's no reason why she won't get reelected. This is just a start. Marilyn?